I think Dawn and staff at Local Buzz did a really nice job. There's an old Irish blessing that goes, may your home always be too small to hold all your friends. And I think we hedged our bet when we bought our house. And know we're going to be quite blessed for a long time. I feel like, when you get right down to it, life's about two things, making stories and telling stories. And, today is a little bit about both, but I'm leaning toward kind of telling them. And that's why I kind of asked everybody in the invitation, when I emailed you, to kind of put together some stories so that when we do get all senile and wearing diapers and all that, Mackenzie will be able to attach names to faces. And Barry, somewhere, right there, has been taking pictures. So the people that are going to email and have already kind of put together stories, we're going to try to put faces to the stories in kind of a scrapbook. So I would appreciate, if you haven't done that, to continue to kind of think about that and send a story. That'd be great. Now, when I began to kind of look for ideas for a toast, I was really overwhelmed by the number of sites suggesting stuff about prune juice and having items like adult diapers and laxatives and black balloons. And the cards are even worse, like, so you're 50. Are you tired of all the sarcastic, mindless cards you've been getting that joke about your age? Frankly, that's not surprising. The sense of humor is the first thing to go. And it's just like all this dark stuff, about being at that place. Somebody just kind of said that crossroads of being between kind of youth and moving along. So, let's see. And I think a lot of these cards and a lot of, this birthday has to it kind of sends this message of, do you have it or do you not have it? Have you lost it? And I think, when I think about Sue, today's not really a time where she's probably, although she does appreciate all these stories about all the great things you've done, but I think that's for when you're 80, when you're 90, when you get to be your grandma's age who was 100. I think today is the day to tell stories about Sue, who still's got it. And despite all those negative voices that you might hear in your head, Sue, they're all wrong, okay? So today's toast, is one of those stories where, after hearing it, and people already heard some of the story before, either on Facebook or just talking, they'd just be like, oh, that's so Sue. Man, I can totally see her doing that. Sue's already figured out what I made, by the way. And so this happened last summer at the State Theater. We were with Barry, Lori, Tony, Joy. I don't think they made it. They're from out in East Gish. Anyway, so we're at this Elvis Costello concert, and Elvis has got this thing where he's got the spinning wheel. And it's like all these songs on the spinning wheel, and he's calling people up on stage to spin the wheel to see what's going to be the next song. So we're like in the fifth row, and Sue's up there like jumping around, her hands off like a kindergartner has to go to the bathroom, like, come on, pick me! And so, she was in this dress, the electric dress, and so he finally calls her up on stage. There was some confusion about your name. I don't know if it was your confusion or his. Sue, takes the opportunity to kiss him on the cheek. Like, the only person out of everybody who went on stage that, grabbed his face and kissed him. Meanwhile, he is, soaking wet, dripping wet, through his suit. It was unbelievable. Anyway, so in between songs, after she spins the wheel, she goes and sits this kind of faux bar, and there's this hostess kind of go-go dancer who kind of escorts her. And then in between songs, Sue's talking to her like their old friend. Sitting there saying stuff. I had no idea what you guys were talking about, but it was so hilarious. She was as comfortable up there in front of 2,000 people as she was sitting next to us, in the audience. So, meanwhile, kind of in front of her is a go-go cage. And there's a go-go dancer in there dancing to every song, big high boots and everything. So finally, they call her in. She goes in the go-go cage. And with maracas, and then at one point, Sue's getting this go-go dancer to synchronize the moves and stuff together, man. It was just hilarious. So when we were there, you know, I knew she had her smartphone. I totally had kind of forgot that, so I didn't take a picture. Barry took a couple. I think Tony did. They really didn't come out, and when we posted it on Facebook, some people were saying, I don't know if that's really her. I think you guys are making this up. So, you know, so today, I want to
never took a freaking photo. Ow, yes, ow, ow,
Frickin'!